Coming up on Factory Made, who says you can't take it with you? This factory makes house calls. Believe it or not, this whole house took just 10 days to build from scratch. That's because it's almost entirely factory made. Modular homes like this one are delivered in sections and pieced together on site. Taking homes to the assembly line saves big bucks and shaves months off production. But it takes a pretty big factory to turn out whole houses. Dynamic Homes in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota is more than 2 football fields long. But with a crew of just 58 skilled workers, they work on up to 14 custom-built houses at the same time. Prefab homes don't meet their foundations until they travel to their home sites. Instead, they're on top of a giant movable table, so they can easily be pushed down the production line. Workers first lay a framework of slats. Then they sandwich together the floor out of particle board, a whole lot of glue, plywood, and staples. Weighing in at 1,300 pounds, this half of the floor is complete. And now it begins a 700-foot trip down the assembly line, where walls, ceilings, kitchens, and baths will be added station by station. First, the interior walls. The average home contains 25 to 30 interior walls, and modular homes are no different. On site, it would take several builders to construct the walls and several more to set them in place. Thanks to some heavy lifting help, 2 guys can accomplish the work of 10 in a fraction of the time. With the same assembly line efficiency, a single carpenter moves, sets, and nails 3 big exterior walls in just 2.5 hours. Roofers begin their work at the same time other workers start on the floor. Unless the roof is ready by the time the walls are in place, the assembly line will grind to a screeching halt. To keep the house a manageable height for the trip it'll have to make to the site, the roof is hinged and folded over until installation. Then a crane raises the roof and lowers it into place. Just 2 days into construction, this home's already primed for electrical wiring and plumbing. Open walls make it easy for the electrician to string wires for lights and appliances. But it's not as easy as one fuse box fits all. On-site safety codes vary across the country, so he has to make sure the wiring is up to local standards. Meanwhile, plumbers lay pipe for the kitchen, bathrooms, and utility rooms. A new team moves in to seal up the walls. They'll drywall this home's 9 rooms in just 5 hours. With just a few more finishing touches, 10 days have totally transformed a big stack of lumber into 3 major hunks of home. Now it's ready to trade in the rolling platform for an 18-wheeler. With the roof sealed up tighter than Fort Knox, the 3-module caravan still has a 200-mile trek ahead of it. Once the trucks exit the highway, they've got some more obstacles to navigate, like low-hanging lights, narrow streets, and pesky mailboxes. When the modules finally arrive at the home site, a cement foundation is already waiting. The foundation has to be completely level for each section to line up correctly. The home installers attach a wooden frame called a sill to the foundation. Then they move the modules into place with a high-powered crane. 4 tons of extra weight at the base and retractable legs keep the crane from tipping over. This module alone weighs 27,000 pounds. If they're off by even a few fractions of an inch in laying it down, the house won't fit together properly. The installers secure each module to the sill plate and then to each other. Because the hinged roof was pre-assembled in the factory, it comes together in no time. This house was ordered without pre-installed siding, so a crew will have to complete that step on site. But in a matter of days,